And this is my favorite John Wick movie on every level. So, and my
Okay.
favorite scene is the top-down scene. That I know, Chad said that he was influenced by a video game called Hong Kong Massacre. How did you guys
Okay.
shoot that scene, and what were the challenges creating such an unusual look?
Again, Chad have some crazy ideas, and that's fantastic. I love him for that. So he came to us and said, "I want to do that," and he showed us that. I think there was a video game again. I'm not a big
Yeah.
video guy, so again, but he showed us we should go this way. And doing this practical is because we did everything practical. Of course, the flames and all that is visual effects. But so we have a lot of discussions again. How are we going to do it? How big have the states have to be? Because Chad wants to have a big apartment. So we was building that in Germany, and we was building it on a stage that was a little bit too small for what he wants to do. But that's the nature. Sometimes you cannot get studio place space that's big enough. So we talked about how to do it, and the stunt people at the second unit's stunt coordinator, or our stunt coordinator, was rehearsing it for us. So, we talked about what should the blocking be. So we shot with a spider cam. The spider cam is a camera that can fly everywhere. So we did a couple of rehearsals, and those guys rehearsed it. And we came in on a Saturday and just make some tweaks about should we go this way a little bit more, go that way. And then when we knew the camera movement, we started to like the scene. So it was a slow process, but it was a first time I heard about it again. It was like, how are we going to do this? And it was a lot of challenge there, but it works amazing, and everybody seems to love that scene. So that is great.
How did you light that? When I was thinking about that, how did you guys light that? How can we?
All the light is coming from outside the windows.
Wow.
There's not one single light in the set, so everything is coming
It's
from
so
outside the window.
clear that we always know where John is, and that's a weird angle to see. How can you say that this is John or someone else? But we always know that, and we always know where he's going. That is crazy. The more I think about it, more it makes me confused.
Have a very, the fire guns and all that, of course, is helping to illuminate the rooms, but all the light is coming from outside the rooms. And because we have to shoot a very, very wide angle, so there's no way to hide the lights, and that was one of the challenges. But it works really well.
Another great scene is the club scene when they are fighting in the rain. And that is crazy too. I know shooting rain, people in the rain, in that amount of water is crazy hard. So what was that process?
It was funny because Chad knew he wants to do that from the beginning. So when we start to check camera equipment, lighting packets, and all that, we did a couple of tests of rain as well with Gerg, the visual effects guy from Germany. So we did a kind of waterfalls, and how should the waterfall works, because are we going to side light it, going to backlight it, and we knew the color palette will be so strong. And then we find the location, and this pretty big location, it's like 300 or 400 meters long. It's really big. And of course, it's a big deal to light a scene like that, because you have to do that with LED lights, because otherwise you cannot control the colors and bring them up and down and change it from red to green or steel blue or whatever color we used. But on top of that, we knew there was going to be a big fight sequence in the waterfall. So Doug Lavender, my first AC, he's a guy from Canada, he's a genius. We started to look into what could we do, because we have to shoot with real underwater camera. But underwater camera have that you don't have issues with water on the lens. But when you're shooting in a waterfall, you have water on the lens all the time. So that we have some air knives. We have some wear knives that are pushing a lot of air in front of the lens all the time. And we didn't have any issue with just the cameras getting a very big thing, so the operators is crazy. But it was the scene Chad knew he wanted to do it from the beginning. So there was we have a lot of time to figure out how to do that. But it was a big scene, of course.
Yeah. So
but there are no small scenes in John Wick 4. Everything is like crazy big.
yeah.